Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
I think it's my duty as a citizen to report a potential super spreader event. In other words, people handshaking and laughing on the set of Murdoch Mysteries.
I can't service you with no mask on.
Oh, what was that, sir? Sorry.
Service you with no mask on.
Oh, okay. Ooh, the royal wave there.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea.
You know when people laugh, sir, or they shake hands, when they're
I
greeting?
have no idea what you're talking
You've
about.
never heard of that? Does the virus know?
Skate, please.
Oh, are you really that afraid?
Yeah, because we're in a pandemic right now.
Oh, okay,
And
good.
you have your mask off. So.
That's right, because I'm in the mask off area. I think I saw two people giggling. Yes, hi, it's for police, please. We have spotted people laughing and shaking hands.
I said erase that footage of me
Oh, why is that?
because I didn't give you permission. Do you know basic laws?
Yeah, we don't need permission in a public place.
All right, you'll be hearing from me in some comments.
Okay, I'm sorry I triggered you.
Don't video me. My name is Happiness.
Okay.
I'm the COVID. So
Your happiness?
yeah, so I'm the COVID guy.
We saw people handshaking and laughing.
Got it?
And we're just wondering, I believe that's against the law in Peterborough. Oh, yes. Hi, Staff Sergeant McLean. What does it feel like to be named Canada's worst police officer, sir? David Menzies for Rebel News here in Peterborough. Well, folks, we were tipped off that an episode of Murdoch Mysteries is being filmed here. It's a CBC production, so I have absolutely no idea what Murdoch Mysteries is. But adding to the mystery is we were told that there are scenes involving handshaking and laughter in the script. And as you well know, folks, handshaking and laughter is verboten in Peterborough. Yes, Staff Sergeant Dan McLean will give you a ticket, as he gave me back in April at the anti-lockdown rally. Maxime Bernier and Randy Hillier also received tickets like that. So
during a pandemic and following the legislation according to the law and what it states under the Reopening Ontario Act, as far as the law and what the law states regarding maintaining 2 meter physical distancing, and if you can't do that, then you have to wear a mask.
Yeah,
Is that what you're referring to? Is that what you're referring to, sir?
That is exactly what I'm referring to.
Are you aware of what the law, the Reopening Ontario Act states with respect to physical and social distancing? And
I've read the law.
What can you explain to me what the law states with respect to social distancing and physical distancing?
Now, that's a weird question to ask me. He's the cop.
I'm just curious what the rules are when it comes to handshaking and laughter in the Democratic People's Republic of Peterborough these days. If you're doing it organically or naturally with somebody at an anti-lockdown rally, is that a ticket in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars? But if you're doing it as play acting, as part of, say, a Murdoch Mysteries taping, is that okay? And if so, why so? So we're just going to check out and see if we do actually catch any of the cast laughing and handshaking, because if we do, I think we have found a super spreader event occurring right here in Peterborough, Ontario. Sir, I'm just curious though. I'm David Menzies with Rebel News, and we've been told on good authority that there are scenes involving handshaking and laughing in this taping of Murdoch Mysteries.
Can't answer any question. I don't know what's going on. I'm just on the outside, so.
Okay, but this might be good information for you.
I'm in a rush. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're in a rush.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea.
You know when people laugh, sir, or they shake hands, when they're greeting?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've never heard of that? No?
Nothing.
Excuse me, no footage, please.
Oh, why is that, ma'am? Sorry, you said no footage, but you're filming, right?
I'm not talking to you, sir.
But you came to us and said no footage, but you're shooting. You know, this is very interesting. There is, I see on the corner, a mask off area. And, oh, hi, ma'am. How you doing? No. You know, you're in the mask off area. You don't have to be wearing your mask. Well, that's not very ladylike. Why would you do that?
Get away from
Oh, okay. Are you part of Murdoch Mysteries or?
So get away from me.
Okay then, but why would you be wearing your mask in the mask off area? Wow. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's the mask off area, but I think this lovely lady here just gave me the signal to F off. Oh, hi guys. Is this the COVID check-in? What is a COVID check-in, ma'am?
I'm not allowed to comment on anything, sorry.
You're not allowed to comment? Who told you that?
Sorry.
I want to find out what mean person told a nice lady like you couldn't speak. I thought, aren't we living in the age of women's liberation and all that? No. I just noticed this mask off area for smoking, and I'm just wondering, does the virus know?
Speak, please.
Oh, yeah. Are you really that afraid?
Yeah, because we're in a pandemic right now.
Oh, okay, good.
And you have your mask off. So.
That's right, because I'm in the mask off area.
We still have to stay socially distanced.
Oh, I think we're more than 2 meters away, but how does the virus know not to infect somebody in a mask off area versus a mask on area?
No comment.
Where do you want us?
On the sidewalk, please.
On the sidewalk. Okay, well, we were on the sidewalk before and you told us to move off the sidewalk.
On the property, like we were into this area.
Is this your property, sir?
My property, we were permitted. Okay.
But, and I'm still trying to find out how a virus knows not to infect people in a mask-off smoking area versus here. Do you think that might be a contagion problem, the butts in the bucket? Hey, I think I see some cast members. Let's go see what they have to say. Oh, hi guys. Are you at the Murdoch Mystery Show?
No comment.
No comment. Oh, boy. You look like actors to me. Like a period piece, maybe 1890s?
I'm not allowed to speak about it.
Well, who told you not to speak, sir? You seem like a nice guy.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, even if you aren't, I've been told there were scenes involving handshaking and laughter in this episode. Is that correct? No. Oh, okay. Ooh, the royal wave there. How about you guys?
Yeah, because Einstein on this show, any piece of paper, they can share anything, all information. So sorry guys, I can't do anything because that's its rules. Any show, they not share all information in media. You know, we need to go. Sorry.
You know, I don't think it's a spoiler if you tell me there's a scene involving handshaking or laughter, sir.
Sorry.
How about yourself, sir? Oh, you look like a police officer. We've had some nasty dealings with those in Peterborough. Hello. Is it hot wearing that costume, sir? No. You know, for movie actors or TV show actors, they're very shy, these people. There's a fellow that keeps putting his hat in front of his face. He doesn't want to be recognized. I mean, you wouldn't want, an LA talent scout to be driving by and cast you in the next Star Wars movie or something like that, would you? Oh, he must be doing really well in these Murdoch Mysteries. Say, ma'am, we heard that there are scenes involving handshaking and laughter in this episode. Is that true?
When a man approaches a woman on the street with a microphone and a camera, it's creepy.
Oh, is it?
Creepy.
Oh, well, you've got lots of cameras and microphones.
You're being creepy.
You're speaking into a microphone right now.
How's it going?
Yes, good, sir. How about yourself?
Don't video me. My name is Happiness.
Okay.
I'm the COVID. And also,
your Happiness?
Yeah, so I'm the COVID guy.
Okay.
So if you have to interact with our crew, you have to put on your mask.
Oh, but we're outdoors, sir.
I know, but you have to interact with them when you tie your mask.
Can you explain these mask-free areas, Happiness? Because how does the virus know not to infect somebody on that corner? No. Oh, for somebody called Happiness, doesn't seem very happy to me. I think I saw two people giggling. I don't know if giggling means all-out laughter, meaning you get a ticket here, but put that down the notebook. At approximately 2:50, there was an outburst of giggling.
I can't service you with no mask on.
Oh, what was that, sir? Sorry.
Service you with no mask on.
Oh, but I'm outside.
That's a joke, because I watch you too.
Hi, sir.
Hi, no, sorry, no comment.
Oh, okay. We're just going to ask if there's anybody laughing or handshaking on this episode.
Never.
Never. Oh, okay. Well, I guess in the 1890s they didn't do laughter or handshaking. Oh, there goes the Peterborough police. I can't believe I can test them. Folks, can you believe our luck? Peterborough Police Headquarters is just a football field away from the location shoot for Murdoch Mysteries. I think it's my duty as a citizen to report a potential super spreader event. In other words, people handshaking and laughing on the set of Murdoch Mysteries. Hey, maybe even Staff Sergeant Dan McLean is on duty. You know, Canada's worst cop. Folks, I interrupt this video for a very urgent message. You know it's only a matter of time before the Silicon Valley tech giants come and crush Rebel News, or at least try to crush Rebel News once and for all. We're not going to let that happen. Please go to rebelnews.com. That's rebelnews.com. We need you to sign up with us there on our website. We need your phone number. We need your email address. We do not share your personal information with anyone else. But if we can get that information from you, you can maintain your relationship with Rebel News going forward in the future. Hey, gentlemen. How you doing? I'm David Menzies of Rebel News, and we're just down at 565 Water Street. 565 Water Street, just down the road. And we saw people handshaking and laughing.
Okay.
And we're just wondering, I believe that's against the law in Peterborough.
Okay.
Would you or maybe Staff Sergeant Dan McLean be giving a ticket for that? Or?
Use your washroom.
Well, I don't know. If that's the case, you'd have to report the COVID, the breach.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Not come here personally.
No, I'm on the front desk duty, so I'm on the road to deal with that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, officer. You know, I'm beginning to think, folks, that maybe Peterborough, Ontario is where the British comedic troupe Monty Python was hatched. It just gets more and more surreal. We went into police headquarters to report the super spreader event of handshaking and laughing happening on the set of Murdoch Mysteries, and the man said he couldn't help me, that I had to call instead. So we've come out of the Peterborough Police Headquarters to call the Peterborough Police Headquarters. I hope Staff Sergeant Dan McLean, aka Canada's worst cop, takes the call, but let's see what happens. Yes, hi, it's for police, please.
Okay, go ahead with your emergency.
Yeah, evidently at 565 Water Street, it's where the Murdoch Mysteries is being shot. We have spotted people laughing and shaking hands, which we understand is against the Emergency Services Act or something like that. I'm just wondering maybe if you could get like Staff Sergeant Dan McLean out here to lay down the law.
Okay, so that was in front of 565 Water?
That's right.
And how many people?
Oh, there's lots of people. I would say maybe more than 60.
Over 60 people out front of the address there?
There are people out front and down the side street and in the house itself.
What did you say they were there doing? Filming for something? Or?
They're shooting, it's something called Murdoch Mysteries, because it's a CBC show. I've never seen it. Yes, my name is David Menzies.
And 416 your phone number?
That is correct, ma'am.
Okay, we've got the call on here. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. What can I say? We're back at the scene of the crime. I got to tell you, it's been about 10 minutes since we put in that call. And given that the police station is a football field away, it's kind of funny, not a single constable is on site yet. I mean, you think that sleepy old Peterborough is the south side of Chicago or something. I mean, what takes the police so long? And we know that laughing and handshaking is very, very serious indeed. Just ask Canada's worst cop, Staff Sergeant Dan McLean.
The physical distancing and not wearing a mask, then at that time, that is an offense under the Reopening Ontario Act. Do you understand that?
Do you think that's the law? That it's illegal to shake hands on the street? You really think so?
And by the way, I really do hope it is Staff Sergeant Dan McLean that responds to this emergency. I mean, for people in the film production business, I've never seen the utterance of no comment made so often. But Staff Sergeant Dan McLean, he loves the limelight. Do you know, they pay him over $140,000 a year to be a staff sergeant, plus benefits. But I think it's worth it, because check out this interview with Global News a while back. It was Staff Sergeant Dan McLean on the incredibly important topic of Halloween safety tips.
Don't dress the kids in a costume that's too loose and it's difficult for them to walk in, and then put a mask on them too. And I remember as a kid too, when you're wearing those masks, you can't really see that grade. Consider put some reflective tape on the front and on the back. If you know that maybe your pets might not deal well with some kids knocking on the door, just keep in mind to think about maybe putting those pets in a back room just for a couple hours. If you feed your child before they go out, then when they're out there, they can maybe resist that temptation of reaching into the bag and getting some of those goodies that's in the bag. But we always like to recommend that for the kids, try to resist that temptation of reaching into the bag and then eating that candy before they get home.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks. If the little ghosts and goblins are going out trick-or-treating, what am I saying? I'm sure Halloween will be canceled this year again like it was last. But in case it does happen, put some reflective strips on their costumes. Gee, thanks, Staff Sergeant Dan McLean. We never would have thought of that without you. Well, you know what, folks? For some reason, the Peterborough police haven't arrived on scene. It's been almost half an hour. Maybe there's so many reported calls of handshaking and laughing that they don't have a cruiser. So why don't we put in a call to Staff Sergeant Dan McLean and see if he can weigh in on this matter?
Staff Sergeant McLean?
Oh, yes. Hi, Staff Sergeant McLean. It's David Menzies of Rebel News here. I'm just down the road from you. I'm at 656 or 565 Water Street, rather. There's a filming of Murdoch Mysteries taking place here, and we have seen reported instances of handshaking and laughter.
Mr. Menzies, I'm not going to comment with respect to that.
Oh, I don't understand, sir, because you had me arrested, or served with a summons, rather, for handshaking and laughter back in April. Why did I get that ticket and Mr. Hillier and Mr. Bernier, but the cast and crew of Murdoch Mysteries don't get that kind of a ticket?
As I've already indicated, Mr. Menzies, I'm not going to comment with respect to your investigation. Is there anything else?
Yeah, what does it feel like to be named Canada's worst police officer, sir?
I can see where you're trying to go here. Again, I'm not going to comment, okay?
Well, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm just asking how you feel about that honor. Hello? Hello? Well, there you have it, folks. We try to do our earnest due diligence as citizens of Ontario by informing law enforcement of a potential super spreader event, one in which we saw copious quantities of handshaking and laughter. The same kind of handshaking and laughter that got the likes of me ticketed back in Peterborough at an anti-lockdown protest, which I was merely covering as a journalist. Now, we did put in our calls to the Peterborough Police Service and to Canada's worst cop, Staff Sergeant Dan McLean, but they had absolutely no inclination whatsoever to come here to a wonderful CBC production and hand out a ticket like they did to me back in April. So what have we learned here? I guess it is true, more so than ever. One law for thee, one law for me. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.
Want to erase that footage of me?
No.
What's that? Wait, sorry, what were you saying, man? Camera shy.
No, I said erase that footage of me
Oh, why is that?
because I didn't give you permission. Do you know basic laws?
Yeah, we don't need permission in a public place.
All right, you'll be hearing from me in some comments.
Okay, I'm sorry I triggered you.
You're not. You're not sorry.
Wow, all this foul language, that's not very ladylike.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I didn't give you permission to film me just in case you're curious. And she didn't give you permission either.
Yeah. People don't understand this permission thing. Well, folks, you probably heard the news by now. YouTube is undoubtedly coming to kill us. They have completely demonetized us. The other day, they gave us a strike for no good reason whatsoever. So please, we want you to stay in touch with Rebel News. Go to rebelnews.com. That's rebelnews.com. We need some of your personal information, such as your email or cell phone number. Trust me, we don't share that with anyone. But we want to remain relevant to you, and we can't depend on YouTube any longer.